On my own, but I don't know why. You hit the road, but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back. I don't know why. She told me it's not your fault, but you don't realize that I never wonder what's the truth in your eyes. There's a light that makes me blush. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back.
Okay guys, I'm going to talk to you about cravings quickly, like I typed up in my notes, and I was going to talk to you about it on Sunday, but I've got time, so I'm going to talk to you about it now. And generally when it comes to cravings, for me, I don't get physical ones. They're not really psychological cravings, they're more like psychological triggers. Like I'll see a food I could easily fit in whilst bulking, whilst I'm cutting, and I'll be like, I want to eat that, because I used to be able to, but now I can't because I'm cutting. Like, I've looked at my macros and I can't actually fit it in for today, so I'm going to have a little bit tomorrow and a little bit the day after, and that should then kill that off. If not, I'll have some on my refeed day. But that's one thing you can do to kill off your cravings. Another thing is what I'm going to do to stop me craving that food for tonight, and that is to keep busy for the next hour. And by doing that, I'll forget that I even wanted that food, and I won't be craving it. I might want some in the morning when I see it and I can think, oh, I can fit it in once I break my fast, which I'm probably going to plan in later, so I know it's already planned in and how much. So I can definitely have a bit to kill off that craving. But that's what I'd say to do if you have a craving and you can't really fit it in. Keep yourself busy for the next hour, and that craving should go away. If not, to have a very little amount, and then just have a little bit amount for the next few days until that craving's pretty much gone. And once it's gone, you probably won't want it again for a while. So very small amount, very small in terms of, I've got a pack of Pringles. I'm going to have 16 Pringles, which is about 150 calories tomorrow and the next day, and that should kill off my craving until my next refeed day, where I might actually fit the rest of the packet in. I might not. I'll just decide when it comes down to it. But that's what I mean, have a small amount of it. It'll kill off that craving for it, and then you should feel fine. Anyways, guys, I hope that tip helps. So when you're next cutting and you've got that sort of trigger, use these 2 tips of either have a small amount the next few days and then it should go away, or spending that hour keeping busy to kill off that thought of wanting that craving food. And again, for me, I don't generally crave sugary stuff because I've had sugar withdrawals where I've gone from eating high amounts of sugar to low amounts, and you get things like headaches and fever-like symptoms, which then once you've had a few of them, you're really like, I don't see the point in this. Let's just not eat a lot of sugar. And also, one thing when it comes to me is I like my teeth, so that's another reason not to eat sugar, because I want them without holes in them. I want them to be as they're supposed to be, so as optimal as possible, because I actually like my teeth. So I don't crave that sort of food. I crave fattier foods like crisps, because I've been known to kill multi-packs of crisps in one sitting. Like one time I had a whole meal, then killed a multi-pack of crisps straight after without stopping eating. So it was like all in one sitting. So yeah, crisps are generally my vice. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to when I get back to bulking, is being able to fit in crisps as and when I really want. Whereas when I'm cutting, I've got to stick to this specific amount of macros and not go over, so I can actually still drop some of that body fat off without really having that much of a problem. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button so you can leave me a like. So again, don't forget to leave a like by hitting that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe whilst you're down there so you don't ever miss another video. And I'll talk to you in a bit.
Can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. The cold nights just don't feel the same. Oh, like my life inside a car, hit the button, drive real far. Put that record on me, die. I'm dreaming of you, I dream of a new life.
let's go. Okay guys, just want to give you a quick breakdown of the week before I end this video. So let's kick it off with my weekly weigh-ins, which will be on the screen either here or here. And as you can see, my weekly low was 74.2 kilos or 163.6 pounds. And this is quite a considerable drop from the week before, but because of the nutritional changes I've made, I wasn't as surprised. And the first change I made was to restrict my calories down another 100 calories. So now I've gone from eating roughly 2,400 calories per day to 2,300, but I kept my refeed day at 2,800 calories. So that was the first change I made, and I wasn't so that contributed to the first part of the weight loss. The other part was I've switched from having a higher carb to a lower carb diet. So now I'm taking in around 150, if not less, grams of carbs per day and more fats. The first benefit, or the first change I saw, was the fact I wasn't as hungry. So I feel more full most of the time now, so I don't have to force myself not to eat as much. I have to force myself to eat enough, which is always a good thing to have, especially whilst cutting, because it means you can eat and feel satiated and not feel like you're starving. The next change I saw was I was able to manage the 18-hour fast without really any problem. I managed to get up to 21 hour fasts and not have a problem because I wasn't as hungry. And in terms of energy levels, on Monday my energy levels was the same, like no difference. Performance still felt good, didn't feel especially tired. Come Friday though, there was like a massive energy bump in terms of I felt even more energetic. And I think that's because I came adapted to using fats for energy more so than carbs. And for someone who trains fasted, that's probably a good thing because it gave me more energy, so I can't really complain. On training, I had another dumb moment where I thought 55 was 65 kilos. So I did the set with 55s on thinking it was 65. Looked at it, I was like, you're being really dumb right now. So I had to readjust that and then continue to do my sets. But sometimes I just have those dumb moments and I can't really say much about it. It's just me being dumb, really. But hey, and looking at my physique update for this week, I was quite happy because I've definitely improved, because I look slightly bigger, I'd say, in terms of muscle, because I'm leaner than I was last year, but things have definitely improved. Like my shoulders and my quads have improved on last year, like they're stronger and they're slightly bigger and more defined. And one big change with my rear delts, were definitely improved in terms of strength and size, which is good because it's going to help my posture as well as just the aesthetic side of things. One thing I did notice though, my strongest suit is definitely my back, because it's quite well defined and it's also quite big and wide, which is what you want. I did identify some lagging points, but I'll talk to you about that at the end of the cut, because there will be aims I want to put a little bit of extra focus onto during the bulk. So that's one thing we can talk about then. But I'd say my only other thing I noticed was my pec and leg development was pretty good in general, especially now I've brought up my quads. But other than that, I'm pretty happy because I'm leaner than I was last year but holding more muscle, so I'm happy. And on the Cravings side of things, I did manage to fit that pack of Pringles in throughout the rest of the week, so that craving's pretty much gone. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.
So take me to Neverland.